Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Roundup. We've made it through most of the roundup. Now to wrap things up with this week's Batman books. Aside from the Black Label book one we did in the last video. Kicking things off, we've got Batman and Robin #1. Kicking off a new, Batman and Robin book. Now, I'm not sure. The last Batman and Robin book that I recall, a better way of putting it, I would say, was in the aftermath of Final Crisis when Bruce Wayne was, dead. And this book focused on Dick Grayson taking on the mantle of Batman and having not Tim Drake, but Damian Wayne as Robin. Of course, it largely focused on the idea of Damian being, learning, basically becoming Robin, becoming the Robin he wanted to be. Since then, Damian has become, well accepted Robin. He's been through a lot of late, and in all honesty, so is Batman. This is taking place over the course of the Gotham War, but I don't believe the book actually concretely ties in. So, anyways, the book begins. Someone is seems to be experimenting on animals. Then we cut to Batman and Robin crashing the attempted hijacking of a blimp, a Zeppelin, by White Rabbit and her henchmen. They're taken down. Honestly, Bruce and Damian work well together. Upon returning to the Brownstone, Damian is shown to his room, and seems he's writing he's working on writing a mystery story with himself as a detective. The next morning, Bruce and Damian have breakfast with Damian cooking. But and Bruce states that since Damian will be living with him, there will be they're going to establish some ground rules. One of those ground rules being that Damian is to start school at Gotham High. Though Damian misunderstands he's having to go undercover, but Bruce clarifies that no, he's attending as Damian Wayne, high school student. But they also discuss the previous night's adventure. Figuring it's time that they'll need to interrogate certain people involved, such as Dr. Cafra. There has apparently been a pattern of tech thefts in Gotham. It seems that a man named Dr. Cafra was White Rabbit's objective the previous night. Not so much hijacking the Zeppelin. but all the stolen technology is related to Dr. Caffer's DNA sequencing work. But the plan is to check on Dr. Caffer, then pay Robin a visit at Blackgate. With Bruce stating that no, Damien cannot drive the Batmobile. Though Damien points out that in his travels away from Gotham, he learned and acquired much, including his own car. But Dr. Caffer is, when they go to check on Dr. Caffer, it appears that Killer Croc has shown up to kidnap him. The dynamic duo deal with Croc and those working with him, including Man-Bat, Orca, and what appear to be pretty animal-themed henchmen. Mr. Fox to be a great white, and I don't know the other. I can't really tell. Dealing with everyone. An attempt is made by Robin to knock Mr. Fox's mask off, only to discover it's not a mask. Batman, meanwhile, is hit with a small dart. They're breathing in some gas from a small gas pellet, and well, the bats appear. A swarm of bats that swarm around him and are attacking him. That is where the issue ends. An interesting start to things. I get the feeling that the idea is evolving various animal-themed Gothamites into something more approximating the animal identities they've taken on. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Batman Incorporated, number 12. Where we left off, Batman Incorporated was attempting to figure out how to deal with Joker Incorporated, since without killing any of them. We begin, however, in Melbourne. Police Commissioner is standing at the crater where Dark Ranger and the Australian Joker blew up. Dark Ranger is apparently still alive and asking for help. In South Dakota, Raven Red is strangling Dusty Bronco, but is talked down. Then, but Clownheart hits him with the non-stabby side of Bat, knocking him out. Grey Wolf and Knight are in Paris, while Knight Rider is trying to transport Charles de Gaulle away. When Night Hunter learns that, can't really move them. Okay. Ghost Hunter in China deals with with Alpaca's henchmen, and also manages to take down Alpaca. Grey Wolf is trying to figure out a way to basically neutralize the detonators, but Knight realizes that they're looking for a complex solution to a simple problem. Say that most explosives are built with a hardened case to protect themselves from EMP attacks. However, these are too small and their shell is weak. And so she lets everyone know that they need an EMP to disrupt the signal to the device. Jiro, the Batman of Japan, constructs a quick EMP device and uses it on Dusty Bronco, and it seems to work. Intel is then passed along. Joker realizes what's going on and activates one of the button, pushes one of the buttons, and in Paris, Night Runner drives a panel truck off of a pier. Panel truck with Charles de Gaulle inside. The truck explodes, but Night Runner is able to escape. Alpaca's detonator is removed by a precise slash from Ghostmaker's sword. And it turns out that Alpaca had an additional hostage, Sky Spider. It's stated that as Sky Spider isn't a murderer, she takes precedence over Alpaca. Back at Ghostmaker HQ, well, he basically dissolves Batman Incorporated because, well, he can't hold a stake. He took on Batman Incorporated as a challenge, to try and do things Bruce's way, but well, he can't. And now the Joker's in the wind. So he's basically he can't. He says he's dissolving Batman Incorporated, or at least no longer funding it. The base, however, the rest of the team can still use on one condition: they stay the hell out of Ghostmaker's way. El Gaucho's still in, as is Knight. Clown Hunter at least decides that he's leaving. Mainly just he needs to figure out his place in this life. He's not sure if it's part of Batman Incorporated. Raven Red's also taking some time off to take care of his dad as his dad recovers from his injuries. But everyone else is pretty much still in. Batman in China is quite pleased with the fact that Ghostmaker's gone. Knight states that since Grey Wolf was talking about leaving, this would be the perfect chance. But Grey Wolf wants to stay. With the equipment and transportation that Batman Incorporated has at its disposal, he can be home in moments if the need arises. But with the team, he's found family that he's not had before. And family stays together no matter the tribulation before them. A week later, Raven Red checks his dad out of the hospital, and he tells his father that he almost killed Dusty Bronco, and he wanted to. But his dad points out that he didn't. And is proud of how strong Raven Red is. In Bloodhaven, Bao, Clown Hunter, goes at the Haven Park and brings pizza and looks like sodas to a handful of the Haven residents that he met previously, stating that he reminded that he was told he's welcome anytime, but it's also pointed out that he did say he had people that needed him, and now he's thinking that he thought they did, but they'll be able to keep without him for a while. In Cardiff, Wales, Die Laughing, who's still on the loose, has just robbed a bank, and well, all of those predators see his face, so well, he's going to have to kill him. But the rest of Batman Incorporated shows up to stop him. And that is where the series ends. For now. This wasn't a bad book. It's just that, by and large, the Batman Incorporated characters aren't often used, and so it's easy to forget about them. Leading up to this book, the ones who had popped up the most were, in fact, Clown Hunter and Ghostmaker. So, yeah. So it was kind of easy to. It was easy to try to. It made it hard to really care about the characters without having much to go on with them. Um, you know, with the like I said, with the exception of largely Ghostmaker and Clowner, most of them hadn't teamed up with Batman, in a major way in a while. Though, yeah, some of them did show up in the Abyss arc in Batman, which was the first stepping stone to this series. But yeah, it feels like I do agree. The Ghostmaker was not a good fit. It's gonna, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to find a good fit for Ghostmakers in the DC universe in general. Like, oh, he's a actual psychopath Batman. Great. Anyways, moving on though to our next book, we've got World's Finest Teen Titans #3. Where we left off, the Titans had learned about TitanCon, a convention honoring the Teen Titans coming up. So, the Titans are on their way, with the exception of Robin. But they're shocked to see the number of fans they all have, and surprised. And Speedy makes some cracks about Robin not being there, and being surprised Robin has so many fans. Robin's back at the Batcave. Bruce is actually quite glad that Robin decided not to go, but it's rankling Robin because that's the thing. He actually misses the spotlight, and this would have been a good spotlight. Elsewhere, a fan, a young boy, a young follower of the Titans has learned of TitanCon. Well, is someone with a rather large collection of what appears to be mystical tomes. Um, Donna gets roped into a panel about Wonder Girl, about her super identity. She's an empowered hero or a manic pixie dream girl. But everyone loves the merch, but some of the fans are a little grabby, and that makes Bumblebee extra uncomfortable, especially as they were trying to remove her mask. Speedy's seemingly just having fun with his fans, playing William Tell with one of them. But Wally messes with the placement of Roy's arrows, and leading to Roy letting off an oil slick arrow. And oh well, guess it was have to go home. But Sherman, the young boy from earlier, shows up. Apparently, he's obsessed with Bumblebee, and utilizes magic to turn the toys and some of the various merch into the real version of what it's supposed to, or into a larger and more dangerous version of what it's supposed to be. Starting with a toy Batmobile, then a figurine of Wonder Girl, various toy weapons, but Bumblebee's wings get damaged. Sherman continues to try and insists that that he and Bumblebee have an undying love for one another. But Robin shows up. Sherman's incapacitated thanks to a handcuff arrow. Since he can no longer use his hands, all the merch he's turned into weapons are returned to just being merch. Bumblebee then punches Sherman in the face and explains to Sherman, and he tries to plead with his, about their love, but, well, he doesn't know her, and he needs help. But they head out. Later, Robin and Charlie are talking at the Titan's lair, though Charlie kind of noticed the fact that everyone else has gone back home, but Robin hasn't, and well, he wonders if everything's all right in the Batcave. Doesn't seem like everything is, though, since that's where since after Charlie leaves, Robin sticks around. Outside of Metropolis, though, the mysterious villain who's popped up in previous issues recruits Toy Boy, Sherman, into the Terror Titans. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing this full Terror Titans lineup and seeing who's behind it. So I would say it, obviously not Slade. This is pre-New Teen Titans, which is when Slade first showed up and as a thorn in the side of the Titans. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this week's roundup. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Big shout out to Patreon patron Xander Lee. Thank you so much for your support. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.